Hi, Ernie back with you with Mi2Sense. And just yesterday, I decided to watch the concession speech from Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. I struggled through that, but I knew if I watched it initially, I would have really struggled. But she came out and said her heart is full of gratitude, love for our country, and resolve. She also mentioned, light of America's promise will always burn bright as long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting. She ran a campaign that was 107 days long. Didn't have the opportunity of a head start like the idiot. But in 107 days, she put together a coalition. She, this first time I ever saw this, reached across the aisle during an election. That's something that presidents try to do once they're in the seat. She did it during the election, which shows that she has the capability of reaching across the aisle and getting stuff done. So she also mentioned, we owe a loyalty not to a president or to a party, but to the Constitution of the United States. Concede the election, but not the fight. She won't give up on this fight, as she says. Hard work is good work, joyful work. Don't give up. So, folks, it's time to roll up our sleeves, mobilize, and organize. And at the end of the speech, she walked off as confident as she walked on that stage. That air of confidence made me think a little bit. And as she mentioned, the ballots were counted, the numbers came in, and this is the outcome. And numbers don't lie unless they're fudged. Wait a minute. Don't the idiot owe the state of New York hundreds of millions of dollars for his team fudging numbers, or as we call it, cook the books on his real estate properties? Interesting. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It's only one conspiracy I really believed in, and that's J. Edgar Hoover, with the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the assassination of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, who in '68 would have swept the floor of Nixon in that election season. But the John F. Kennedy one is really interesting only because Lee Harvey Oswald was considered the best marksman in Marine Corps history. I don't know if that's true today, but he is known for being a total marksman. And if you ever watched the movie Full Metal Jacket, they brag about the idea, not the idea that he assassinated a commander-in-chief, but the idea that he was so many yards away. It's a moving target in a convertible limousine. John F. Kennedy sitting next to his wife and a headshot. They brag about that. But anyway, let's get back to these numbers here. These cooked books. And now I think about this because on the campaign trail, the idiot had mentioned that first he wanted the votes. Then he started saying, I don't need the votes. And then he started saying, you don't even have to vote. The votes are already in. Something to that nature. But he mentioned stuff like that. And down the stretch, that's what he mentioned. Oh, you don't have to vote. You don't have to vote. The numbers are in. Then at the MSG rally, he mentioned that him and Mike Johnson has a secret, and it will be revealed after the election. Well, since the idiot presumably won the election, I guess whatever that secret is don't have to be revealed, which leads me to think that if he would have lost, there was something going on, and they would have pushed it on to Kamala if she had won. And this whole thing about the election being stolen, oh, my mind is thinking right now. the cooked books, the stuff he said, something is up. And listen, she walked up that stage confident. She's a prosecutor. They ain't gonna show their hand until they got everything in line and in place. Something is coming down the pike. And, I also think that we're gonna pick up some strange allies. People who are hard right, but are not MAGA. I think that we're gonna pick that up too. Because we can't let this person with no guardrails just do what he does. And he's in cognitive decline. And he will have the codes he'll have the nuclear codes. Oh, wow. But anyways, the cooked books, what he said. Oh. And then what she said. Oh. Something is up. And that map looked too red to me. I never seen that before. The only blue was on the edges and one dot in the middle. Other than that, it was all red, like the country was bleeding red. Something's up. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Anyway, it's a Sunday. Time to praise whoever you praise. Because come Monday, it's time to roll up our sleeves. I am boycotting mainstream media. Haven't watched it since the election night when I turned off the TV at 10:30. Ain't getting back into it. I'm dealing with my content creators and my Sirius XM channel 126 Urban View people, who I've been listening to for the last 11 years. I also suspended, or not suspended, I just eliminated my account on X or Twitter or whatever you all want to call it. That's my other boycott. We got to leave that place alone. Don't give the illegal immigrant, Elon Musk, because he came here illegally, the privilege. So anyway, I'm still baffled about the fudged numbers. Anyway, I'm Ernie, and that's my 2 cents. And until the next time we meet up again, you folks, roll up your sleeves, get ready to work, but take care and love one another. Ciao for now.